Hey, greetings everybody. I'm Pastor David Grogan, and I am the voice of Phineas Javelin. Before I go any further, if you like what you hear on my videos, I ask that you subscribe to my videos. Give me a thumbs up. It's good for the analytics, okay? And then, of course, if you want to be notified when my videos come out, ring the bell, ding, and you'll be notified when my videos come out. Want to jump right off into this. My wife was out and about taking care of some business here in the San Antonio area, going through this Windcrest subdivision. Saw this particular house full of all type of Harris Walsh signs for the vote. Lots of stuff was on there, and I had to go see it, so I found the house, went out and looked at it. And as I was looking at the signs, the thought came to my mind that, it seems like everything Democratic pretty much is represented here. Of course, Kamala Harris as the heroine. I guess she's going to be the savior for the United States. They have her down here as showing her as a heroine. Tim Walz, who we know is represented here, and he is, as far as I'm concerned, a socialist, communist. Sheriff Javier Salazar is also represented here. He came out in the Democratic National Convention and said that the sheriffs along the border here in Texas agreed with him that Donald Trump would be bad for the country, and of course that was found out to be very untrue. San Antonio is a sanctuary city, and so they want to allow as many illegal aliens to come into this city as possible. Colin Allred is represented here as the gentleman that wants to try to get in the Senate. He wants to unseat Ted Cruz. Where Ted Cruz is against transgender men, boys being in girls sports, Colin Allred is for it. And that's not the only liberal aspect about him, but that's what Biggie, because I don't know about y'all, but I would not want my granddaughter to have to play in a game, any type of game against a transgender male. They can get hurt. It's been seen. So with all that said, there's a sign on here. The only sign that I see that represents God is a sign that says that the prayer is the fastest way to meet God, and prayer is a way to meet God. And that trespassing in that yard is the fastest way to meet God. That's the only sign that speaks of anything that has to do with Christianity. And of course, now it has a sign there for the Second Amendment rights, which is hypocritical, because we know that if at all possible, they could take away our guns and our clips and do everything that they can to stop the use of guns. But in this particular yard, they're saying, this yard is protected by the Second Amendment right. Hypocritical, very hypocritical. With all that said, y'all, once again, the main thing that I did not see in this particular yard was anything having to do with the church. It talks about freedom of speech in this yard. It talks about the LGBTQIA plus community in this yard, speaks of illegal aliens in this yard, but it does not speak about about God and about Christ, about salvation. Well, you're saying, well, Pastor, it's a political aspect. It's a political thing. Yeah, it is political. But the reason I said that, because the Democrats are anti-Christ. A lot of their policies are anti-Christ, and they're anti-God. And it just is what it is, okay? So that's the main reason I wanted to kind of do this. If you watch this as it's scrolling by, either in front of me or behind me, you'll see the whole thought process of the liberal campaign, okay? With that said, until we come back together again on my next video, God bless you and farewell. We'll see you again soon.